Welcome back to Urban Creative. Today we're dealing with fresh quail eggs. I am using the audio from the camera today, so let's see how this goes. I do a lot of baking, but in the summer, obviously being hot, it's a little bit harder to get done. I don't want to heat the house up as I'm not a huge fan of the heat. So here we go. I've got my quail scissors. These things are invaluable. These quail egg scissors are the best thing ever. I got them from Amazon. I'll put a link down below because quail egg shells have a membrane that's a lot thicker and more finicky than chicken eggs, so it's a bit hard to get through if you try to do it with your fingers. Get a pair of these scissors, they're fantastic. I currently have 4 quails at the moment and I'm getting 4 eggs a day. So 4 to 5 eggs equals the equivalent of about a small medium chicken egg. So I do 4 eggs in each one of these little silicone freezer molds, freeze them, and then I know that when I thaw that, it's basically the equivalent to 1 egg for my baking purposes. So here we go. Just get the scissors straight through there. I'm going to plop it in there and we're putting the shells there because we can give the shells back to the quails. I free range my quails as much as it is possible to free range quails. They are quaileggs, jumbo Japanese quaileggs quails. They are adorable. I have had quite a few eggs that I've had double yolks in, which was fantastic. I do try and spread out the large and medium eggs in between the little blocks that I'm making, so they're all sort of a roughish size, same sort of amount, I guess you'd say. Oops, I did not cut that one off very well. It's going to take quite a bit of shaking to get this one out. There we go. Oh, don't want the eggshell in there. I have also washed these before I started this process, so I know that they're super clean as well. Just in case you drop eggshell like I just did then. So I sort of do this about once a week if I've got a surplus of eggs that I haven't used. And I actually need to clean some more. I do also float test my eggs if they've been in the fridge for a little while, just to make sure that they're okay. And if they're bad, they'll float. Just like chicken eggs. Alright, now we're done with that part. I'll just move that away for now. We're not going to need this tray today. Oops, I have shell in there. I do not want shell in there. There we go, that's better. Use a fork, break up the yolks, and mix it all together really well. I have done dehydrated chicken eggs for my baking, and they work really well when I rehydrate them and use them in baking, and obviously it takes up less freezer space for me, and that is something I'm considering doing with my quail eggs. Let me know what you think about that and if that's something you'd like to see, because anything that I can keep on the shelf instead of in the freezer, is a great advantage to me. I use my freezer primarily for dairy, meals and meats, because at this point in time we don't really have another way to keep any of them. I would love to be able to get a freeze dryer one day, but not today. Not in the foreseeable future, but maybe one day. Just going to keep going with this. Oh, getting another work out of that. I do use it in a silicone container because it's just less dishes. I'm all about making things in life easier rather than harder. And less dishes is one of them. I usually have a little whisk that I do this with, but I couldn't find it today. I think it's in the dishwasher, which is going. Right, there we are. As you can see, these are all incorporated, scrambled, ready to use, and this whole tray is going in the freezer. And here are some that I did last week. As you can see, I've put the month so I know which ones I'm using first. As you can see, we've just got our little puck. We'll let that thaw, take out however many we need, let it thaw, and then use that in baking whenever we do our next lot of baking. So there you have it. This is how I make sure not to waste any of my quail eggs and have eggs for baking all throughout the year. Let me know in the comments if you want to see any more quail focused content. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to keep up with what I'm doing in my backyard and with my garden, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.